We are not makers of history. We are made by history. Hello everyone, I am Marc Angelu Netura of 3rd year section Cobalt. Today I will present to you the history of the oldest artifact that I found in our house. It is a wooden spoon. This wooden spoon was bought in the year 1990. Content, appearance and characteristics. The word spoon derives from an ancient word meaning a chip of wood or horn carved from a larger piece. Wooden spoons were easy to carve and thus inexpensive, making them common throughout history. As you can see, the wooden spoon look old by its British color. It has a pointed part in its head. Its appearance look old because it was hidden and not used. It has a beautiful curve that looks like a crown. Citation. It was owned and kept for almost 31 years by my grandmother. According to her, she had bought 4 wooden spoons during the time, but there was only one left. She bought it by the vendor that passed by in our house during the year 1990. Context. My grandmother was still the owner and managing this wooden spoon. She displayed this to our house and she will forever treasure this artifact. This wooden spoon will be passed to the next generation someday. Communication. This source is reliable because it was proved and witnessed by my grandmother. She is the one who bought the wooden spoon personally. Even though it was not used today, but the history will remain and will pass by the next generation of the family. Connections. In the day that I interviewed my grandmother, I gained a lot of knowledge that according to her, the today's generation is very different from their generation. Especially in our culture, tradition, and the things that we use in our everyday living. That in today's generation, we have lack of people to see that use or have this kind of wooden spoon. We stick on new spoons that made by stainless or metals. Conclusion. As life goes on, changes in our generation really matter in our everyday life. Today's generation is a big change to us, people especially to the past generation. They need to adjust in things that we new generation use, like what my grandmother said. As time passed by our generation, changes not only in our culture but also in our needs and livings that we use in our everyday living. My grandmother also said that the wooden spoon now is for display remembrance to her. With the new generation are now using the new spoon, but we should not forget that we have in the past because they have been part of our life that we should treasure in the future. We need to remember the across generation that there is as much to learn to there is to teach.